so what I've done is I've broken up today's Disney Lorcana cards into a few piles now that I know how to play the game. I've got one pile that's kind of like, hey, these cards are good. I mean, they're going to be deck fillers. You need 60 cards in your deck to play. My favorite characters, not necessarily do I think that they're the best characters for the game. I picked out these cards that I think are really going to help you when you play the game, and these are probably my rares and super rares. I didn't really include them in the other three piles. These would be like, if you're a collector or you're trying to sell, I would say that these potentially are going to have value to somebody. So we'll take a look through. I'm not going to go through these cards because you would have seen them when we opened them. So these are my favorite characters that I pulled. I mean, this Maleficent, it's a good card too. It costs you 4 ink to play, but you get 2 lures. So if you exert this one, you're going to get 2 lures. It also does decent damage and has a good shield. Sven is just an awesome character in general, so I love this card. It's Sven, Official Ice Deliverer. Elsa, you can't go wrong with Elsa. Elsa's another great character for the deck. I don't know if it's a great card to help you win necessarily, but it's definitely not going to give you any extra advantages. The Tigger might give you advantages because it's got those 2 lures. And only characters with evasive can challenge this character. So it would have to say evasive. So he's going to survive a long time. If you exert him, then people can't challenge you unless they have an evasive character. So he costs 6 ink to play though. Moana's an amazing character once again, and she can get you 2 lures. So these are just, like I said, cool characters. And Triton's card, man, he looks like a beast. He's a lot to play. He's got a huge shield, and he gets those 2 lures. So those are probably my more fun characters that I got. These are the cards that I think if you are playing the trading card game itself, these are really going to help you. So this Captain Hook, it looks not great on the surface. I mean, but it only costs you 1 ink to put in. So if you could get him at the beginning of your game, then you can actually play a character card at the beginning. He gets 1 more per play, but if he's challenging, then he gets +2. So +2 is huge, especially if you're challenging a stronger character. You can do 3 damage to them, but 1 to play makes him ideal to have in your deck. Meg, the reason I like this card was when you play this character, any character gets +2 to damage. So the time you play it, then another character gets a little bit stronger for that time, because usually you can't play a character when you first put it down. You got to wait another turn. So if you have that Captain Hook that's out and he's going to do already 3 damage, now he can do 5 damage on that turn. Hakuna Matata, this song was cool. I think this is a great card because you can play it and you don't have to pay anything extra as long as you have a character who has a 4. So Elsa was a 4, Maleficent's a 4. So you can remove up to 3 damage from one of your characters, which is pretty sweet if your character's getting beat up and you want to keep them around. In Dragonfire, you can banish a character on the other side without even battling them, but it does cost you 5 ink. So it's a little bit expensive but to play it, but that's a cool card. Smash, I really like this one because it just deals 3 damage to any character. So if your opponent has an amazing character, you just deal 3 damage, you might be able to remove him from the game. And Prince Philip, the reason I like him is he's got 2 lures, and if he's banished, so if someone challenged you and he's banished, that challenging card's also banished no matter what. So that's pretty solid, plus the 2 lures. So you just leave him out there, you rack up the lures. Kristoff, the reason I like Kristoff is it only costs 3 ink to play him, and his value is 2 lures. So if you can put him out and play him, you got your 2 lures. Each time you play, he only costs 3 to do, so that's a stud card right there. And Lilo, same thing. It costs 3 to player, and you get your 2 lures, so that's why I picked that one out. All right, and the reason I like Hercules is because he's got that bodyguard characteristic. So you can put him out when your characters are getting challenged, and he immediately protects them. So he takes the damage for you. So if you have a good card like, I don't know, I would say if you had this out there, and he's only got 2 shield, you could just throw your Hercules out there to protect them. So that's a pretty solid card. So Maleficent, you know, she costs 3, but you get to draw an extra card when you play this character. So if you're missing cards, this is a good opportunity to get extra cards. She could do a lure, things like that, but when you play this card, you get an extra card. Freeze is great because you exert chosen opposing character. So you can put it out there. The only way you can attack a character is if it's exerted. So you would put it out there and exert that character, and then you'll attack them with a different character. So you can pretty much choose who you're going to take out that time. So those are the cards that I thought were most beneficial to actual gameplay itself. And these are going to be my cards that I you know, they're rarity. So they're rare, they're super rare, legendary, whatever. I just feel like these have a rarity component to them, so I just kind of picked them out and packaged them up nicely just so I don't damage them. So we got Maurice, Robin Hood, Let It Go. So there you go, and Elsa singing. Cusco, I got 2 of these, so I packaged one of them up. Look, he's got 3 lures, so when you're playing him, I mean, that's a solid amount of lures, and he can't be banished. Oh, you banish the challenging character. It's pretty solid, just in time. It's just a rare. Hans, I have that in here because he's super rare. I'm not a big fan of Hans. Does anyone like Hans? I'm waiting. Next we have this Lilo. This Lilo is a great card because she costs 1 ink to play. She can only do 1 damage, but look, she gets 2 lures. So again, those bodyguards would come in huge with a Lilo in your hand. Zeus was cool. Zeus is also a rare. He has the 2 lures. And then this Be Prepared is awesome because it banishes all characters. Right, so you can banish all characters, which could be huge in the middle of a game. So that's a rare. And then this was our best card, was the Stitch Rockstar. He's got 3 lures. So this is probably my best card that I pulled out. Again, such a fun pool to pull Disney Lorcana. So we separated them, like I said, into 4 piles. The cards that were, you know, okay, filler cards, my favorite characters, probably really good cards to have in your hand when you're building a deck of 60. And then my cards that maybe, based on rarity, hold some value, so I package them up a little bit stronger than the other ones because you don't want them to get damaged. You're not going to play with them necessarily. So there you have it. That's the rip of those 6 packs today of Disney Lorcana cards. I hope everyone had a good time and learned something about Disney Lorcana as well as these cards. If you enjoyed Disney Lorcana and you like ripping these packs open, make sure you're subscribed and you turn on your bell notification. I'll catch you next time.